Let's get the views now of a vocal opponent of the ivory trade. Sharon Kwok is an actress turned activist. And this past week, she witnessed the destruction of 6 tons of confiscated ivory by Chinese authorities. Workers publicly crushed the contraband ivory in an effort to shed China's image as a global hub for the illegal trade. Sharon Kwok joining us now live via Skype from Hong Kong. Sharon, thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, Sharon, I'm interested to hear about your experience as you witnessed the destruction of 6 tons of ivory, and why was it important for you to be there?
Well, my presence there actually helped me gain a better perspective of what goes on behind the scenes in China. I was able to meet a lot of people that actually made it happen, and I have a feeling that the Chinese government are genuinely concerned, and they do want to make it happen. They do want to put a stop to the trade, if at all possible. But if you're looking at the population of China and how much ivory is in demand, it's really quite a massive job to undertake. As with shark fin, it's another issue that needs a lot of public awareness raised.
And you mentioned it, demand. There's a high demand in China. Talk a little bit more about the demand in China, because I understand that most illegal ivory around the world ends up in China. Why is that? What is the allure?
Well, that wasn't the case in the old days. When we were still able to just pick up tusks off of elephant graveyards, everything was okay. And in those days, it was Europeans using ivory for piano keys. But those days are long gone. Chinese just have this affinity for ivory, but it's not just China. We're looking at the Philippines. We're looking at a lot of actually religious items. Why is that? I think simply because it's long been thought of as an expensive material, and you can actually use ivory to make numerous things. So people think that, well, it's something that's really good. It's very pretty. It's worth a lot of money. It might be something good to invest in, so they buy this and put it home. Another angle we're trying to take in Hong Kong and China now in raising awareness and trying to combat the trade is helping the public see ivory in another light. That would be that I'm actually asking some feng shui masters, Taoism priests to come in, and they will talk about how they actually think that ivory is not a good product to be putting in your house, because it comes from poached elephants now. In fact, elephants are not growing quickly enough to meet the demands. It's really quite insatiable. So if you put something from such horrific deaths in your house, it should not actually have good vibes. So I'm hoping that angle works. But if you do the math on the available amount of ivory in China right now for sale versus what should be legal ivory. Now, what we mean by legal ivory is the ivory stocks from pre-1989. And then since then, there's been a couple of times when Africa actually was allowed to sell large stockpiles of ivory to China. Now, these tusks have been numbered and they come with certification. And when these get sold, of course, you know, it comes with certification, but you can't actually date something after it's been carved. So if you do the math on what's available in Chinese market now versus what really should be legal ivory, you're looking at possibly over 90% of the ivory in the market now being from illegal stockpiles.
And by the way, Hong Kong is believed to have a huge stockpile of ivory, so I'd imagine activists like you are hoping that Hong Kong will follow China's lead. Sharon Kwok, thank you for your time live from Hong Kong via Skype. Appreciate it.
Thank you.